Hello, 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 hello? Hello. Hello, everybody. So, you may have noticed a few changes have occurred with my setup. You can see that we have a storm chaser this time around, Trgtornado, which currently is out in the field, and I'm currently using them to, basically show the conditions in the environment. We also have a few graphics that I'm using now. I'm going to change this. You can see what I'm circling on the screen. I'm going to change tropical storm coverage. There are currently 0 tornado warnings active. I'm going to change that depending on how many tornado warnings are active, so you'll see a difference there. And we have a few colors as well, so all of this has added up to a slightly better design, from what it seems, for my live streams. And of course, I'll continue to improve upon this, but we continue to see this system, Tropical Storm Debby, continue to move through and power through the United States. So, we will see the system continue to approach the area, and it will continue to and it will continue to cause somewhat of extensive damage to the Carolinas, where it is approaching a landfall towards. Currently, we have a tropical storm with winds of 60 miles per hour, max gust of 70 miles per hour, and it is likely to intensify into a tropical storm with winds of 65 miles per hour. Those are sustained winds, and maximum wind gusts of 75 miles per hour. We do also have a slight risk with a 5% tornado risk, which is what we're currently watching for a possible spin-up tornado potential. But the main story that we are all focusing on is that Tropical Storm Debby is making landfall in the Carolinas. I wasn't able to go live for the hurricane landfall because I was on a different channel. However, now we are seeing that this system is approaching its final landfall, hopefully, in the Carolinas. And it won't just stop at the Carolinas. It will continue all the way up here. It'll continue all the way up towards near, let me see the town, towards near Norman's Bay in Newfoundland and Labrador. Of course, it's probably not going to be that exact track. It's going to slightly change. I'm not saying that's exactly what's going to happen. It's going to go exactly towards this highway near Port Hope Simpson. It's not going to exactly happen like that. However, what is going to happen is that this system will bring impacts to similar areas to these shown on the map. And if you look at the cone of uncertainty, that is the general picture of what we have. That is the general, what we expect the system to track. This is where we consider the track of the storm to move through. So, all in all, this is what we're seeing with the system right now. We see that this system, the history of it intensified to a Category 1 hurricane before making landfall in the Big Bend of Florida near Steinhatchee, and then it moved through towards Georgia, then went off the coast briefly and briefly strengthened to a 60-mile-per-hour storm, likely to 65 miles per hour soon, and is likely to make landfall. It will then drop huge amounts of rainfall in New York and Pennsylvania, and then move all the way up into Canada, where it will likely die off near Greenland. So that is what we currently are expecting with this system, and we still have lots of tornado potential with this storm, even after it dies. Well, not even after it dies, I mean, even after it is no longer classified as a tropical system. But while it is a tropical system, we still have to watch for that spin-up tornado potential, as well as those strong winds moving ashore. So, yes. So, I don't see any areas of rotation at the moment, but we'll continue to check. We will continue to check. Not sure what this is, but I don't think that's rotation. So yeah, we do have a 5% risk currently. But tomorrow, we have also a 5% risk. They'll head towards Jacksonville, North Carolina, all the way up towards Richmond, Virginia. So, I mean, tomorrow might be more intense than today. But I'll try to stay with you as long as possible, at least until the storm makes its official landfall. So let's look at some images of this storm. Let me just pull that up. Oh, I thought I was... Huh? Wait, what? Oh, I guess it's showing it there. Yeah, that didn't do anything. I'm still trying to figure this out, everyone. Why isn't this working? Wait. Is it? Just some technical difficulties, everyone. Alright. Hello? It's not working. I don't know what I'm doing. There's some technical difficulties, everyone. This is my first time doing this, so just be aware. Why is this not working? Let me just see this. Oh. Did that work? There we go. There we go. Oh, jeez. That took ages. But I solved it. Not that. What am I even... There we go. Okay. My apologies. So, be right back. Alright, so I'm just gonna show you a few graphics that we have. Here they are. So, we currently have this rainfall risk that's currently going on for day 1, which is today. We currently have a high risk in effect for South Carolina and North Carolina, where the system will eventually track, specifically the eastern side of the system, which is the most prevalent flooding concern. Then we also have a slight risk in Maryland, Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Virginia, which might be related to this system, although I'm unsure. And we do have a moderate and slight extending outside of that high risk of excessive rainfall near Wilmington and Myrtle Beach. So that is what we are currently seeing with the system, and we will see lots of rainfall amounts. If we look at the models, let me turn this off again. Okay. If we look at the models, let's check. Okay. So if we look at the models, basically what this system is expected to do, we look at the 850 millibar height and wind, and you can see that this system did have quite a history with it. But as it moves into South Carolina, you can see those winds begin to weaken as it moves inland, but you can still see up to 50-knot winds, which is around 60 miles per hour. And also, as this system, interestingly, as this system moves into the northeast, the winds actually increase with it, which I don't think that it means the tropical system is coming back, which it's basically impossible for the tropical system to come back if it's on land. But what it does probably mean is that the system is interacting with other troughs and ridges nearby, and is causing some of the winds to increase in intensity. So you might be able to see that here, and you can see it really does strengthen as it moves out of the continental U.S. If you look at North Atlantic, you can see those winds continue all the way towards Newfoundland, and also somewhat merge with another extratropical cyclone off the coast of Greenland to eventually affect the British Isles later on. But what we are seeing currently, this is still a system at the moment that we still have to keep our eyes on, especially with its impacts to the Carolinas. So let me just see if there's any rotations. There isn't really much at the moment. Really is not that much. I don't know. I mean, it's not that active out here. We did have a few tornado warnings before, but it's just very inactive at the moment. We did have this possible wedge tornado near Burga, North Carolina. I don't know if it was this one or this one. Could have been either or. But I'm guessing it's the right one because that had more of the rotation signature when I looked at it, which was near Wathaw, North Carolina. And more specific locations, we have Maple Hill over here, as well as Angola, Paget, Cypress Creek. It was south of Cypress Creek, Shaken, Pleer, White Stocking, Shelter Neck. It was in that general area, and it was possible wedge, but we're unsure of the rating, of course, as we don't have the official ratings. But we do have some official ratings from yesterday. I don't think we caught any of these tornadoes. I think all of these were off stream because yesterday's stream was after most of the activity occurred. So unfortunately, we weren't able to get any of that coverage in. However, we still saw a couple of tornadoes off stream, specifically this EF1 near Bedford, Ohio, this EF1 near Westlake, which was had up to 110 miles per hour winds. We also had, of course, that Buffalo tornado that I briefly mentioned in the previous stream. which was rated EF1 with winds of 90 miles per hour. And we also had a few tornadoes in the Minnesota area, and also moving up towards central Minnesota a few days prior. We also had one in Iowa, which looked pretty strong on radar, but was only rated EF1. And, interestingly enough, this is a new development. We have an EF2, apparently, that developed in the morning of yesterday near Three Rivers, Michigan. That is an interesting development. I did not expect that to actually be rated as an EF2, but of course it's the NWS that's coming out and surveying these. They're of course always right. Well, at least that's what most people think. And I think that too. They're professionals, so it's professional ratings basically. That's what I mean. But that's what we saw with the ratings over time. Ugh, jeez. Let me just cancel. I need to turn off my microphone. And I'm back. So, this is what we're seeing with the tropical storm force winds probabilities. We do have those tropical storm force wind probabilities all the way up here in Canada. That is due to the system starting to bomb out. Basically, it's starting to lower its pressure as it interacts with those troughs and ridges and continue to intensify non-tropically as it moves towards the Newfoundland and Labrador area in the St. Lawrence Bay. So that is what we're seeing with the tropical storm force winds probabilities. We only have a few areas that will likely see 50 knot winds, which is 58 miles per hour. That will likely be towards Georgetown, South Carolina, and parts of Charleston also have that probability. We do have a small area of land that is in the 40 to 50%, which means you have a 40 to 50% chance of seeing 58 miles per hour winds if you live in that area, which does encompass, let me just look at the radar, it encompasses Georgetown. So Georgetown is basically right in the epicenter of this system, so we'll have to see what the system ends up doing. Okay, so we do have a special marine warning, and what is this for? Capable of producing water spouts. So we do have to watch this out, as it is possibly producing water spouts that can enter onto land. And there we go. You can see a potential water spout moving off the coast towards North Topsail Beach. Let me just see where the storm chaser is, because I don't know if they're anywhere near that. Let me just make sure. I have no idea where they are. Whatever. Anyways, they're somewhere, and they said they were heading to Wilmington last, which, yeah, I mean, that's near this. I don't know if they're going to end up seeing this, potential water spout, but it's okay. We have some cameras here anyways, so let's get some cameras up. Close. It's near Topsail Beach. There's one. It's not that good. Let's see. North Topsail Beach tourist cameras. Because tourist cameras are available to the public. I'm just trying to... Oh, wait, I think I know how to do this. Let me just try it again. Oh, jeez, why is this not working? Okay, that's Topsail Beach webcams. This isn't updating. Don't know why this isn't working. Alright, I gotta find something else. That's fine. That's on June 5th, 2021. It's definitely not active. Alright, this is a good image. So we have this. I mean, that is a camera view. You can see some waves crashing ashore, and we will be able to see some of the storm surge possibly from this tropical system. However, we can't see anything out in the distance. We just see rain. There could be something. You can maybe make out some clouds back up there. But currently, does seem like this has weakened a little bit. It's still possibly producing a water spout, but it does seem like it has weakened enough to the potential where it doesn't seem like it likely is going to produce anymore. Unless if it tightens back up, which is possible. So, we still have to continue to watch the system. It's just very broad at the moment. So, I'm unsure about this system. What? Where are we now? Did they just move the camera? Yeah, I think they just moved the camera. That was weird. Where's Surf City? Surf City. it's all the way out here, I mean, that's Topsail Beach. Let me just see where Surf City is. Oh, that's not too bad. Yeah, that's not too bad. So we might be able to see something. I mean, if there's lightning strikes, of course, it is nighttime, so we're gonna need some lightning strikes. Let me just see where they are again. I'm gonna try this time. Alright, I'm back. I still have no idea where they are. Whatever. Anyways, let's get back to the radar. Still some rotation here near North Topsail Beach. Let's get back to that camera. Let's see it. There's some waves. There's a decent amount of waves in this area. That definitely shows that this system is definitely promoting some intense winds to occur, which is why those winds are occurring. Those waves, I meant. But can't see anything in the distance, really, so I might try to find another cam. This is in Surf City. I think this is looking directly at the area of rotation. I'm just not that confident that this is a water spout, really. I mean, you might be able to see some lightning strikes out here, but I'm just not that confident at the moment. So, I mean, we'll see. I really don't know. Let's see if we have any other... We do have some strong winds over here that is approaching near Clinton, Delway, Magnolia, Roseboro, Rose Hill, Teachy, and Tar Heel. Those are some stronger winds. Let me measure them. This is not in miles per hour because I have no idea how to change it to miles per hour. But I'm guessing it's around 60. Maybe like 55, 60 miles per hour. So, that's a decent amount. That's tropical storm force winds, and enough to cause a severe thunderstorm warning usually, but of course this is a tropical system, so it's not really going to cause that. I mean, this is still a somewhat rotation. It's heading onto land near Camp Lejeune. But I don't know. I'm not too confident about this. I'm just not. Yeah, it says it's capable of producing water spouts still, so I don't know. Anyways, let's see what's active. We do have a few special weather statements active across the country. We did have some water spouts down here in Florida, so let me see if there's any rotations here. No, none. I don't think that's related to Debby, though, so... I'm not so sure about that. Ugh, jeez, this is getting really glitchy. Let's see. I mean, this camera isn't glitchy, so I guess we'll continue to try to see that. There's some houses over there. I think it's facing away from the storm at the moment, though. I don't know. I'm just not that confident that there's a water spout with this, but... Well, maybe let's see if we can get a camera near Georgetown. Let me see if I... Here, wait, no. I have 511 SC. Let's see if we can see something. Alright, there's a lot of trees in this area, so we'll probably be able to see the winds efficiently. But I'm not sure if this is going to cause... What? This is just in, like, a loop. Is that how these cameras work? Let me see something. This camera isn't lagging. Yeah, it's something with the camera, so I'm just gonna accept that. Alright, there's a good view of the sky, lots of trees, so that means we will... Oh, I guess that's the problem with this camera, too. That's weird. I don't know what that means. Alright, this is a good enough view. So, that is what we're currently seeing with the system. I mean, I'm just not really seeing that 5% threat material. The funny thing is, it's not that funny, but, like, I don't know, it's interesting, is that after those 2 tornadoes that occurred over here near Jacksonville, there hasn't been a single confirmed tornado since. We've had a couple of tornado warnings, but ever since they added that 5%, we haven't actually had a confirmed tornado. So, that is something to note. Let me just... Alright, I was just saying that. Let me see where they are again. I have no idea. I'm not asking them directly, just because I don't want to seem rude, but, let me see. Okay. Wait, let me just... Yeah. Let me just... I was just seeing at the... Okay. Wait, let me just... Alright, let's see that rotation again. I don't know where they are technically still. I know they're like considering on heading towards like, where was it? Greenville? That's like kind of far away. So I'm not sure what exactly they're going to decide to do. But I mean, if we look at their view right now, let's zoom in on it. If we look at their view right now, you can see that there is it is notable. I mean, I don't know what I was gonna say. It is definitely still kind of windy. I can kind of see that they're kind of being dragged across the road a little bit. Just a little bit. It's not that windy, but I mean, it's really hard to tell what's going on. They haven't really experienced much, but I'm going to still keep their feet up, of course, just in case if they run into something wild. So, I'm going to continue to keep their feet up. I'm just going to... I meant feed up. Don't think like that. But... yeah. Alright, so a few warnings were expired across the country, and we're down to 57 warnings, including fire and all of that, stuff. Including fire warnings and tropical warnings. Of course, it's not everything. We also have non-precip and hydro. I don't know what those mean necessarily, but we also have winter. But, of course, it's not winter, so we're not going to get many winter warnings. Man, this website is so glitchy. It's not really a website. It's just Vader Omega, but... yeah, this rotation... okay, it's still technically there. It's very, very broad. So, I don't think they're going to put a tornado warning or anything on it. But... I mean, it's something. It's just not that strong. Really, we're not seeing much. I mean, I might even end the stream at... well, there was this. Don't know what that is, but that could be a water spout. I still have no idea where they are, but... let me check one last time. Yep, still don't know. Oh, whatever. Well, we have cameras. And you can see there's some waves there. I don't know if there's any cameras inland. That's something a little interesting. It's nothing. It looked like rotation, but it's really basically nothing. Yeah, and even this is weakening. So we really have no notable areas of rotation right now. So we're just looking at the tropical storm, really. That's all we're looking at. But I mean, if nothing happens, I'm gonna end my stream, so... just saying. Alright, we do have another warning off the coast of Florida. I wonder what that's for. A special marine warning. Alright, it's just for thunderstorms. But I mean, that's still notable. There's still thunderstorms over here near St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra Beach, and Jacksonville Beach. So just be aware if you're sailing in that area, there is some thunderstorms. So that have prompted a special marine warning. Let's see the system from the radar view. And you can see a little bit of an eye is trying to develop. Well, it's not really the main area of rotation with this system. This is the center. This thing over here. It's very wide, but... Does look like it is approaching landfall. It's a very disorganized center. I will say that. Let's see the microwave imagery with this storm. This is what it looks like. It has been intensifying, but it's really not that much. I mean, it's not that notable of a system, to be honest, so I might just end it here. I mean, I'll see. I'll wait a little bit to see if the tornado... If there is a tornado warning, I'll come right back, but... Not much we're seeing right now. This is trying to become actual rotation, but we'll see. Still not that much. It's trying. And there's also this thing near Beulahville, but I don't think that's much. I mean, I just think tomorrow's going to be more active. Although we do have a couple of circulations offshore here. Like 4 or 3 circulations that are approaching towards North Topsail Beach. So we'll have to see those. But, I mean, honestly, there's not much going on. So, I might just put a pin in that. There's a tornado watch, though. Continues until... 11 p.m., so it's almost over, really. So we should have seen more tornadoes by now, but never happened. So, honestly, they could have kept it at a 2% and would be fine. Or they could have at least added the 5% earlier, but I'm not going to judge. Of course, it's not their fault. They're not perfect, as they're humans, and they can't predict the weather, so... I might stay live a little bit for this, but that really doesn't look like much. Let's see if we can get any cameras in Jacksonville. Jacksonville, North Carolina. There it is. Why is there no cameras there? Here, let me see. No, that's a news cam. Let me see this. Yeah, I can't find any, so we're just gonna continue looking at this camera. Also, my encoding is overloading, so that's why the camera might be a little glitchy. I might end it if that area of rotation has completely died off. I mean, still trying. It's not successful. Though I'm watching this. I don't know. That might get a tornado warning on it soon. I mean, it's not at that point yet. But if that continues to intensify, we might get a tornado warning on it soon. So I'm going to continue staying live just in case if we do get something near Beulahville. That is in the 5%, so let me see if we do have cameras near there. Beulahville. Should have cameras along Interstate 40. No? This is the closest camera. I don't know. North Carolina's cameras aren't the greatest. Looks like Trgtornado are pulling into somewhere. Making a turn. Somewhat. Oh, they're just stopping for food, so I guess I'll just stop the stream there. Ugh, jeez. Yeah, I'm just stopping them for now because it does seem like they're picking up food. I don't know if they know what they're gonna do. So we're gonna wait. I mean, it's really trying this thing. That might be an area of rotation near Beulahville. So I'm not gonna leave you just yet. We're gonna wait. Just to see what that system makes of itself. There is still some rotation with this system, but it's very broad. You see, there's a lot of area separating those brighter colors with those darker colors. I'm getting tired, folks. I really am. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. Latest scan, it did weaken a little bit. But I still am watching it. Latest frame. I mean, I'm still noticing an area of rotation that continues to develop, but it's taking a break from intensifying, it seems like. Or maybe it's just stopping altogether. I don't know. Still this. But that's just a pocket of strong winds at the moment. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning on that. which is rare to see inside tropical systems because, well, then the whole tropical system would get a severe thunderstorm warning because of how strong it is. But that's why they don't warn them. But it's enough to warrant a severe thunderstorm warning, I guess. Is that a new frame? No. It's still the same frame. I mean, we don't need any cameras much at the moment. We still have to wait a little bit for these areas of rotation to materialize. Let's see if we can see anything in South Carolina. Oh, I mean, there's some intense winds over here. It's a little hard to tell, though, so let me see if I can find another camera. This is kind of behind. I mean, not much over here. That's on the southern side, which isn't as active as the northern side. Let me see if I can get some cameras in Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach is probably the best bet here. Even better, North Myrtle Beach. Over here. Yeah, I mean, that's a sign saying tropical storm warning. You can see some winds moving around. And definitely some rain amounts in this area. Yeah, that area of rotation died off. It's still there, technically. But really small. So that was just a brief thing. Alright, everyone. I think that's it for me. I'm going to come back if anything eventful happens, but it just seems like this tropical system is much weaker than we anticipated. I mean, it's not that weak, but it's just we're not really seeing much towards the center, or at least we can't get views towards the center. So, I'm going to put a pin in it there. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications. If you don't know what the notifications look like, press the subscribe button. Also, make sure to like this video. I don't care if you dislike. If you really don't like this video, fine, dislike. But anyways, guys, it's just so much more simple. It's just so much more relaxing. It's so much more notable when you realize that it's time to enter the Maury's Data on the Road freeway. Goodbye, guys.